Okay, so we have a game where we can choose between Sir Galahad and Mrs. Claus. Getting the buff when you get a treasure doesn't kick in for a little while until you get a treasure, and you don't get that many treasures over the course of the game. I don't know how strong this one is. It might be interesting to buy a mask here. I think we'll just go with Mrs. Claus. It's an easy to understand ability, at least, and it helps in the early game. Getting over that early hump is usually the toughest part of the game. Once you get into the mid game, you either have something or you don't. But yeah, getting into the early part, getting out of the early game, safely can be tough. Sometimes you just, will get knocked out every round and you'll just be gone eventually. So, we'll get the 2-2. It's buffed because it's good. If we see a princess, there's a few different ones. I believe there's Cinderella and the Shoreshot, the archer, 2-1. And this will flip into a 6-6, which would be great early on. That's the equivalent of a Humpty. There's the Shoreshot that gets the first attack on us. I actually wonder, that's hard to tell. So here, we have a couple options. Obviously, we would like to flip this. We can... Cadu's probably going to be bigger than us. We probably won't keep this buff. I think what we want to do is grab this and cast the buff on probably this. I guess they both become 3/3s no matter what we cast it on. But I think it'd be nice to keep it on this. So if the Cadu did a roll, got a 2/2 buff on something, we're going to have trouble beating it. We could have tied with it. I guess it wouldn't have mattered. We wouldn't have won the ball. Oh, we did take the damage. But... Okay, so here we are able to get the second one of these. Unfortunately, we can't really cast a spell in a reasonable way. We could take the frog. These are all frogs, I guess. And I think this is probably the strongest play. Is just the Mad Mim. Unfortunately, we can't cast the spell, which would buff it even further. This does mitigate some of the problems we would have with their entire front row having bonus health. But we're still just likely to trade. It depends on how many characters they have, but if they have 4 characters, we're likely just going to lose this round as well. I'm taking a good amount of damage. I think we've lost every round so far. Oh no, they just took out... Wow, yeah, that was unfortunate. They had the dragon, took out support, so we couldn't even trade. Okay, well, this is actually a nice setup for us. We're gonna pass up on the 3s in order to do this. These will flip, and then we can cast this on a good character, bring this down 1, and buffing these 2 up. And I think now we want to switch this. These are big enough to trade. We'll make these big enough to trade. And since they're more fragile, I think we want them at the front. Just because if anything happens to this, these get a lot weaker. So we'll put this up front. We have a few doubles. We have a pair of doubles. And Cinderella will eventually turn into a treasure. So we get a couple treasure options. We don't have any 3-drops yet, but we could move towards those as the game progresses. Wow, we were fortunate enough to get that last attack on a big one there. Worked out pretty well for us. Since we have a Mad Mims, we'll grab this. We would like to cast this. I think we'll cast this and grab this. Put this here to play it, and then we'll just throw this in back. we're just hoping to get the sleigh buff here. These are pretty strong, they can trade with things, and we're trying to just advance towards this treasure. Wow, they got the first attack. They have a pretty strong board, it looks like. This is really nice for them. It looks like they'll get the... we do get the gold from the pig, but they'll get this. It's a nice spell for Loki to grab. I will cast this. This gives us a chance to grab a treasure here and buff those up as well. Oh wow, we can do this. We'll grab this. I think a 3-drop treasure is nice here. Cast that on that. We don't have any evil characters, so I think we just want... unfortunately these are all not great. I guess this. We can't be too happy with that, unfortunately. We could cast this on something. We could grab something like this and hope to just spike the 4. I think we will do that. I think we'll grab this and put it here. Put maybe this up here. Sort of unfortunate that we ended up not finding something at the end, and we, got what would be 2 treasures, and ended up exchanging it to get a 3-drop that was just this one. Again, they got the first attack. This will be at the sleigh though, so that's nice. Did we actually hit 5? No, we couldn't have, right? This bug out? And then we hit 4. Yeah. This is, wow, this is nice. Okay, so we got a little something here. In terms of good characters, I'm gonna do this. There's a few things that we wouldn't mind, and we got to cast a spell which buffs this. I sort of wanted to grab this, honestly. This is good. If we upgrade these, it will be good. It's going to be better than probably this right here. Yo-yos are on the 1 health. This will get buffed. I don't know if that's still good. Getting this in would be nice. This is a princess as well. And then we'll put it in the back. It has a chance to get the sleigh. The only one that will get buffed this round is this, but soon these will get buffed. That's the hope, at least. This will get some buffs off these dying in front. So, there is that chance as well. We could try to incorporate this right here. Getting this in, but I don't think it fits in yet. And this could be nice. This is a 5-drop at a pretty good time. I don't think many people are at 5. Loki is. Loki got the 2 XP off us. So, wow, we got a lucky hit there. We got lucky they didn't get us there. So hopefully, yeah, that will even survive the hit. So, we're in a decent spot in this fight. Unfortunately, that didn't work out for us, but that was another good hit. That was a sleigh. Looks like we'll win this because they'll get that attack and we'll get this last one. So, decent fight for us. We won. We got a couple buffs. I don't think casting this is worth it because we don't need any of those things. Casting something buffs this, but that's all it does. Monster Book is always very strong. I kind of want to go like this. I can even buff it. Yeah, this doubles the sleighs. I almost want to do this to just up the chance of that getting the sleigh. I wonder if this is even worthwhile to keep in, or if we should go something like this. That might be a little bit better. We could look to grab this. We could grab this just by selling our entire bench plus the princess, or plus this. That might be good. Mrs. Claus sort of pushes you towards good characters, but not a ton. I'm not going to do it just because I don't want to run out of time, but I think it is a valid play here, and one that, you know, you should consider if you're in a similar spot. The book is very strong. Getting strong, strong things is really, it sounds silly, but, you know, just having strong characters is sort of the key to, you know, advancing in these games. If you just fill your board with stuff that's, you know, not going to get you anywhere, then you end up, you know, not going very far, right? Wow, so unfortunately these got pretty big back there, but we do have some ranged, which means it looks like we're going to take this down. Yep. Yeah, ranged characters are just very strong, especially if they get that big. So we really want to grow this. We can cast this, buff everything. Maybe we won't do that. Another book. Okay, we're going to have to sell some stuff. We'll grab this. I think we're going to cast this on this. Make it so we will hit. We'll level up next round. None of these look super worthwhile. I mean, I'd love to grab that, but I just don't think we're going to level it up in time. Cupid could be something worthwhile. Wonder if we can sell some things and grab that. Yeah, what if we sold 1, 2, 3, and 4 and grab this? The idea being that tripling those and getting a 4 is pretty good. The stuff we had wasn't going very far. We were going to get rid of it soon. We'll hit 6 next turn, so we just want to be able to buy 6s. Hopefully you get this nice sleigh trigger. Although, there's a couple things that... both the dragons just sort of... Okay, so this is going to die. Actually, if one of these hits this, we'll get the buff. Yeah, we got the buff. That's really good for us. Okay, I think we'll actually get another sleigh. Yeah, it looks like we'll win this fight, actually, so... we've been getting sort of lucky in the fights, I think, which has kept our health, you know, higher than it would be. Support affecting everything is pretty nice. This could be good if we're getting buffs. I think that's the best overall. Oh, did we sell the second one? Oh no. I didn't even realize that. Oh, so that was a mistake. Okay, we have this. What do we need to sell? Probably this. It just doesn't appear to be level upgrading at this point. Front row gets +3. Okay. That's what we're doing here. Something like this. This will get buffed. This is sort of a mistake. This isn't really going anywhere. We'll put it up front just so it gets the support buff. And because the more things up front, when things up front die, they buff the back. Actually, do we want to consolidate it? So, yeah, probably something like this is the best scenario. We definitely messed up this board this round, but we did get another treasure here, and we'll just have to see, you know, what kind of adjustments we can make next round. So this person, I think, has only lost 1 fight, so they're pretty strong. Although it looks like we should take this down pretty easily. Our board just sort of looks far stronger than theirs. Yeah, wow, we won that pretty convincingly. For whatever reason, the healing effects are like the only sound effect that plays in my game. Okay, we'll upgrade this and get a 5. These are both going to be better than the 3 we have, these two. I don't think this is worthwhile. We could grab this. I don't really know what that offers. I guess it's good if you get a good character, you can put it back. It is sort of awkward sometimes And now we just need some characters to put on board. I'm like almost ready to buy this. Just gonna do this. Yeah, we just gotta do that. When the monster attacks, it will buff this. I wonder if we roll. I think we'll pause here, because I think Hercules is good here. This is gonna upgrade. Or do we want this to upgrade? Maybe we'll let this upgrade. But does this upgrade actually upgrade this? I don't know how, like, what the ordering is. We'll grab the Hercules next round. We could grab this as well. Burn seems pretty good with, you know, a bunch of different things. And our hope is basically that this. Oh, that's. We got some unfortunate things going on here. Yeah, we're gonna lose this fight pretty badly. It looks like. Yeah, well, this got very big attack, not very big health. So grab this. We could cast here. I don't know if that's the right move. And maybe we just cast this on this. Oh, I didn't see if this actually what this buffed by. If this gets upgraded and buffs itself, that's not bad for us. Maybe we'll put it right here. Really get the little added buff. I don't know if you can put this in the back and it will get auto upgraded. I don't think that's how it works. That seems like it'd be kind of out there. So I mean, this we don't have a synergistic comp. This isn't being upgraded, so we'll put it up front. No, we want it to be able to attack, so maybe we'll hide it back here. I don't. Yeah, like I said, our comp is a little all over the place, so we don't really know how we're doing it. Like, none of these things are really. This is the only character we have that is really pulling its weight in this comp. I guess the idea is hope this gets buffed by something, or that it gets 2 hits off, and maybe we can upgrade it next round. Assuming we survive, of course. We're at 18. It's not safe, but it's not super unsafe. Unfortunately, this goes down to 1, which I think means when it passes along its buff, we did hit the range character. Although this is going to spawn a bunch of characters. Fortunately, it didn't spawn any of the cheesier ones, like the Medusas or the Apple Bombs. Unfortunately, that was the hit they got. And actually, they're going to get taken out because this is upgraded, so that was a pretty fortunate fight for us. I think we got 2, I don't know, maybe just 1 hit on the Hercules. Yeah, we only got 1. So that was unfortunate. So it looked like this does upgrade itself and then buff itself, which is pretty funny. I think we'll grab this, just a strong spell. Well, that would have been nice to cast on Hercules. We could grab this. What does this do if we buy it? Just sort of generically strong. It's not the worst thing in the world. We could put it back here. Gives attack to our lowest attack thing, which I think will be this thing. And this is kind of weak. Maybe we just get rid of this then. Just like this. We can move it up a little bit in the attacking order. I mean, I wish this was our lowest attack thing, although this is our lowest attack thing. A lot of aspects of this game would probably be going differently. So, I don't know if it's better to have this or this. See, this is upgraded, which means then it upgrades itself and this. We hit that chicken. So they have a similar build to what we were going for. Yeah, so this is at 40 now. This will continue to get 20 damage ranged attacks. Although now it's over. Yeah, there we go. Looks like we're gonna finish these people off too. Maybe this will get another attack. Nice. Oh, we got, because this gets triple. This gets 12/12 every time it slays. So that's a nice buff for us. So definitely sort of a uneven game. Okay, so this only has 40 left, so we're gonna buy this because we'll let that get the 40 attack. We wouldn't have done that otherwise, but we really need to activate that. And then it's tough to even say what we're looking for. We would take, you know, any number of these. We did just knock someone out who has this. Some of these look okay, but nothing we're gonna go for. So I think we're just gonna stop. If we survive this round, we'll get a 6-drop treasure, which can replace either this or this. Neither of them are very good. I mean, the tree is just okay. You know, we only have one thing big enough to really survive any hits. We'd love to find like a good boy, or 2 more of these. It really only works if we get 2 more of these, because then it keeps buffing itself and we can move it. And I mean, it will stop buffing this as well. I would say we're, you know, not doing great. Unfortunately, if we attack any of these apple bombs, this gets a lot weaker. Apple bomb's going to attack into us. That's perfect. Wow, yeah, this was perfect attacks for us. And luckily, that thing's very big. You know, our board isn't as bad as I thought. So we did 19 damage. We do have a lot of upgrades. This one gets upgraded from this ability, but this thing. Okay, so we hit that. The start of the fight. Can you buy a spell? Cast twice. No, see, even the ones we want to upgrade don't do that. This gives a slight buff to all our characters. It's only a slight one. I think we do this, and then if we hit polymorphs or something along those lines, it becomes a lot stronger. Well, we could. This is any spell, right? Wow, really wants us to grab that, but we don't wanna. You're gonna grab the good boy, and then I think we want the good boy pretty early, right up front. And since we have all this, I think we'll sell this. We're probably not going to use it anytime soon. We'll buy this. It triggers twice. I can't pretend we have a good board. This will upgrade. This will keep buffing these 3 things. We still have sort of just random stuff. The good boy is just very good as a character, so hopefully it will. They have a good boy comp as well. They still have an unfinished Hercules, which is sort of a point in our favor. We actually have a very similar comp though, it's interesting. The hope is that this just keeps killing things, and then if anything else on our team dies, this will just go back up to full health and become very hard to get through. If this dies first, that's unfortunate for us, but yes, if this dies, we just gained all that health back. So hopefully if we knock this person out here, it looks like we will, then there'll be more champions in the pool for us to get, you know, of the ones we're looking for, because they had a similar comp to us. I wonder if we get this as a cast, like how the casting works. I don't actually know. Grab this. Okay, are there any good princes to cast this on? Because it does cast twice, so should cast on one of these, right? I guess we'll cast on the biggest thing, because if this gets bigger, then it becomes harder to kill. And is it time to put this in for this? I mean, this is very good and it buffs our slays. This makes that bigger. I wonder if it's better than this. I'm actually not sure it is. I'm gonna leave this in. It gives the good boy trigger. And this is so weak. Like this is so fragile, I guess is what we're looking for. Um, so I don't think we've played the Merlin in a while. I don't remember what they have. Oh, they have the trees. Okay. So again, it's just if this attacks the apple bombs, very, very bad for us. Yeah, and it did. Okay, so we're probably gonna lose this fight. Yeah, unfortunately, just the way these attack work out isn't great. At least we only took 7. We might have 2 more fights. You know, we might have a fight to give, but we could really use a polymorph, is what we're figuring out. I don't know if this will even kill 2 things, but we're gonna try it. Huh, that would have been nice. That would have been nice too. I'm not sure exactly what we're looking for. Is there anything that didn't perform well for us at all? And unfortunately, we can't get this, you know, to be upgraded, right? This gives these slay. Oh, you know what? If we put this in, actually, they'll both give this extra attack, right? Because if we have this, yeah, I think. So that will actually, I think that actually gives us a bigger good boy buff. I think that's the correct play here. Probably should have made it last round as well. Fortunately, I didn't know what I was doing. And I wonder if it's best to do this at this point. This will get upgraded and maybe give this more attack. Although I don't know if it triggers one then the other. And if so, what order it's triggering in. Oh wow, they got the polymorph on our biggest character. Huh. Well, I would say that's pretty bad. Fortunately, we do have a bunch of range characters, which pretty much always gives you a chance. It was a better chance before that happened, I'll say. Although, here we go, yeah, we would have pulled out. So this polymorph was huge for them. We would love a polymorph. That's never not the case, but especially when you have the doubling one. Do we even want to buff that? Maybe? We make it a 20, whatever. Yeah, I think we're going to. It will become a 26. It won't get the buffs from these anymore, because they'll buff each other. Which is why that could be a bad idea. But, yeah, I don't know. That would have been a mistake. Again, we might have, you know, 2 shots at this. Might not. This getting polymorphed was really bad for us, and we still got that round. These are our 2 main characters. If they, you know, are still alive, we have an outside shot. If not, you know, we could be in trouble. Okay, so this trade with 2 things, but then that died off. So if our remaining 2 characters stay alive, oh no they won't. I was gonna say, oh actually we're gonna tie because this got so big. I was gonna say we could have ended up winning that. Okay, I think we just need to, if we're not tripling anything, then we're just looking for, is this good here? Doesn't, see, the problem is this doesn't actually make it have that much health, is the issue we run into. That might have been a mistake, maybe taking that was the answer, but I mean, we need this, right? Or do we just get the, I think we gotta buff this, and then we can pause here if we want. If we grab this, it is great if we grab it, because then it starts buffing it, but I mean, the value of buffing itself is only so good. I don't even know which one we want to get rid of at this point. Maybe this. It's not doing a ton. I don't even know. We just want to make this big enough. The problem is this thing dies off right away. We need more health for this. It would have been nice if we found the health one. Okay, that was good for us. Unfortunately, this hit the one that hit the worst one for us, unfortunately. Well, we're left with our range characters, which means that we will win this. Actually, this is, we did 9 damage to them because this gets upgraded because of the thing. Yeah, we'll take this. It's worth it just to get some more power in. We don't summon any copies. We'll just take the gold. It ends up being, you know, a little net gold loss. Okay, here's some health. Do that. Okay, we're gonna pause here. And we'll buy something because we can sell it back for 1 gold next round. Because otherwise our gold doesn't carry over. This will make our things a little bigger, although it might not even matter because it might only benefit this one. The problem is that this, all their minions seem to have so much attack that adding 20 health to a team doesn't really do much. We should probably put this a little forward, right? These will keep growing. If we get another good boy, we can just put it second. Is it better to put this in the back? Put like Hercules up there? Huh. Maybe. Right? I'm not 100% sure about that, but it could be right. Okay, so Good Boy dies right away now because of the rotten apple combined with the other thing. Oh, this is an unfortunate attack for us, yeah. Wow, so we've had a lot of trades back and forth. It's actually pretty wild. If we could just see a polymorph. There we go. Wow, actually we saw a couple good things, but polymorph's gonna be huge here. And we put it, what do we put it in place of this? Now having 2 range characters has seemed super good. Is this even better than anything? Maybe it's just not better. Maybe this is the board. I mean, because this gives, right now, this gives double its own stats. This gives, you know, roughly 5 or 6 times its stats, but this has, you know, 3 times its stats already. So yeah, I think it's worth not doing anything here. You know, once we triple this, if we survive this round, triple this, then we can do this. You know, we'll have the board space. We'll slide everything around a little bit. But as is, I think this is the play. So let's see if they got any. So polymorph is very good, especially on that one. It doesn't matter so much on that one, but so oh wow, see this problem is this didn't trigger yet. Well, we're actually gonna lose this fight. Oh no, actually, are we gonna? No, we're gonna win the fight. Oh, because the polymorph attacked. Wow. So I think that was a very lucky game by us. Yeah, it seemed like the way the attacks worked were really in our favor. I think we had a decent comp near the end, not towards the mid game. But this was sort of just really, I don't know. I didn't expect us to do that well. It seemed like everyone else just didn't get great scaling comps. That person, they had a lot of it, and it's something we talked about with Tree Folk before, is they had a lot of attack for all their Tree Folk, but couldn't get an amount of health that allowed them to do anything more than just trade. So we were able to just trade, and then we had a couple range characters that would just, you know, would ping their team off, and then they go 2 for 1, everything else goes 1 for 1, and that's the entire game. So a pretty wild game, but worked out in our favor.